YouTube. Hello, hello. Welcoming in all of the energy, angels, guides, ascended masters to be with us in this space. Going to give a few moments for people to join in and let me know. There we go. Let me know in the comments how you're doing today. How are you doing today? So we're going to be doing some card pulls and some little mini readings so you can start to maybe tune in for yourself what's coming up for you, what is present in the moment that you would like me to tune in to you and into your energy. Hello, hello. When you join, let me know that you're here so that we can connect because I can't see who's here. So I hope you're having a really good start to your Monday. We're going to be doing some personal questions. So if you think of something that you want me to tune into, drop it in all caps. It's kind of like we did on Friday. If you were here on Friday, give me a little bit of specifics on what you would like me to tune into, and then I can really laser focus in. But let me know in the comments how you're doing. How are you feeling today? How are you feeling? How are you feeling? Oh, there we go. Hi, Ron. Hello. So good to see you again. I rarely get to the live events. I'm so happy you're here. How are you doing today, Ron? How are you doing? Yeah. It's Monday, y'all. I don't know if anybody here follows if you're watching the replay, let me know you're catching the replay. I know a lot of people are working right now. But yesterday, the Schumann resonance had a really interesting pattern. I don't know if you guys follow the Schumann resonance. It's like the measurement of the frequencies on Earth. And yesterday was just so beautiful, and the designs, it was just almost looked unreal. And I really felt that vibration. I felt like a really high vibration yesterday. Today feels, grounding back into Earth. And yesterday just felt really, really high vibration. I don't know if you guys felt that energy too. I know if you're probably tuning into these readings and things like this, you're also sensitive and you pick up on energy and you can feel things probably like I do. So let me know in the comments how you're feeling today, how you felt yesterday. Did you feel a shift? Did you notice a shift? I'm curious, just curious. Ron says, I'm well, going in for a colonoscopy tomorrow morning. Should be fun. Oh, yeah. Well, Ron, I'm so happy that you're getting that checked out and looked after. And sometimes seeing the doctor and going and having things like that done is like the last thing we want to do. And I'm just so happy that you're taking care of yourself. Yeah. So let me know if you have some questions you want me to tune into. I'm thinking I'm going to use my Angel Oracle deck today. I don't know if you guys have used this one before, but it's definitely one of my favorites. Kyle Gray. So type your questions in all caps and give me a little detail so I can laser in for you. I'm also going to be pulling from this Work Your Light deck, I think, too, Rebecca Campbell. So we'll see. We'll sort of navigate back and forth between the two. But let me know if you're watching. Let me know who's here because I want to say hi to you. And I'm just going to clear some energy in the meantime while we're waiting. Yeah. Happy Monday, y'all. Oh, I'm going to go get my lighter. One sec. also going to use my pendulum today. I'm feeling pendulum vibes too. Hey, Jessica Lynn. So we can do yes or no questions as well. That's kind of fun to tap in that way. Jessica, nice to see you. Ron says, I'm not worried, just figured it'll be good practice for when the aliens take over and we all get scoped. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I am open to all possibilities. I mean, I think it would be a bit naive to think that we're the only species in the whole entire universe, you know? There's got to be something else out there. That's what I think anyways. I'm curious though, how are you guys feeling today with the energy? And also, where are you in the world? I would love to know. Like, where are you? I'm in Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada. And we're sort of in our summer here. It's supposed to be summer, but today feels a little more fall-ish, a little cooler than it's been. But we've had some really nice weather the last couple of weeks, so it's okay. And there's some forest fires up island, so a little bit of rain and a little colder weather is not a bad thing. All the seasons are beautiful, right? In their own way. Okay, amazing. Let's go, guys. Tune in. Do you have questions for me? I am ready. Ontario. Another Canadian. Yay. Go us. All right, I'm going to pull a few just collectively in the meantime. Yeah. Amazing. Jessica. Jessica says, I have my social work exam licensing this week, so I'm a little nervous. Yeah, I feel that. Jessica, I think you're going to do really well on your exam. I feel like you're a studier. I feel like you're going to be prepared and you're going to go in, nail it. Yes, in Maryland. Okay. East Coast. I love that. When I did, I used to dance on cruise ships. I used to work on cruise ships. And our first cruise that we went on we did a really cool itinerary. We did South America and New England. And then we did an Atlantic crossing to like Florida and had an overnight there. And then we went up to do New England. We did Boston and Bar Harbor, Maine. And yeah, it was beautiful in the fall time. So all the leaves were like just so beautiful. That was magical. I really enjoyed it. You've been studying a lot. Yeah. I don't think you have anything to worry about, Jessica. I feel like you are walking in as prepared as you're going to be, as prepared as you can. And it'll be nice when it's over. I'm sure it'll be like, just a sigh of relief, right? Yeah. Beautiful. Amazing, you guys. So I pulled a couple cards for the collective. In the meantime, while you're thinking of what you'd like me to tune into. You just went on your first cruise last month to the Bahamas. Yeah. How did you like it, Jessica? Are you because like, I feel like with cruises, you're either like, you either love cruising or you're like, no, like I'd rather just fly somewhere and get a hotel. Like there's like, you know, a certain percentage of the population that loves cruising and just that everything is kind of right there at your fingertips. And then there's some people that I feel like get a little claustrophobic. Did you like it? I really like cruising. I remember when I was little and I went on a cruise, and it just felt really magical to just be on this boat sailing. It's like a little small community, like a little town, kind of everything you need is right there, little shops and restaurants. And I just remember thinking when I was a little girl on my first cruise, how magical it was. And then, yeah, when I was 18, because I had my 19th birthday on the ship, I went and danced on cruise ships. I grew up dancing my whole life. So I was able to go and do that and travel a little bit. I did that for about 5 years. I liked it a lot. Would love to go again. Yeah. Ron says, no fear, Jessica. You have this in the bag. You're going to be very successful. Yes. Let's post that, Ron. I love that. Yeah, I feel that for you too, Jessica. Yeah. I feel like you've prepared and you're going to nail it. Yeah. Beautiful. So other than that, otherwise, what else is going on? I feel like everybody's has a big week this week. Feels like it's a big week. A lot of changes. It's also summer solstice on Wednesday, and that feels like it's also going to be a really big change for a lot of us in a good way. Feels like the energy is there's something that we've been working towards. It feels like the speed is starting to pick up, which feels exciting. Yeah, Jessica says, thanks, Ron. Appreciate the support. Yeah, beautiful. So is there anything you guys want me to tune into specifically? I would love to pull some cards for y'all. Yeah. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. And also here for what you guys need. And so Jessica Lynn says, I have a job interview on Friday also. Yeah. That's exciting. Tell us about it. What kind of job? I know you just finished graduate school. Curious. But I was just thinking before you said that we could also do some emotional freedom technique. We could do some tapping today. There's a question I posted. Haven't been able to get it answered all this time. There's the question I posted. Did you post it today, Ron? I'm not sure if you posted it today. Let me know. Let me know. But yeah, I was just thinking like we could also do some energy clearing. We could do some emotional freedom technique. If you're jumping on, say hello. Let me know that you're watching. Let me know that you're here. Yes, just a little while ago. I must have missed it. Can you post it again? Hi, Debbie. So nice to see you. Yes, let us know when you're jumping on, where you're watching from. I'd love to know where everybody's from. I'm from Vancouver Island, Victoria, beautiful British Columbia. And we were just talking about, so post your questions if you want me to tune in, and also feeling into the energy of the group and what's going to be the most supportive for us today. And maybe that looks like some energy clearing. Yeah. From Ohio. Very cool. Well, welcome. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Yeah. If you have a question that you'd like me to tune into, You can leave it in all caps. If you have something that's a little bit more specific, you can leave that as well. I like to get laser focused. Yeah. So let me know. I feel like a big emotional purge is happening for me and for my family. Any messages from spirit? Oh, yes. You're speaking my language. Yeah, I feel this big time. Is anybody else feeling this emotional purge right now? Ron, yes. Okay. I'm going to star this question because I'm going to come back to it. Thank you for resharing that. I think you posted that when I was finishing up last show. So thank you for sharing that again. Jessica Lynn, I feel like a big emotional purge is happening for me and for my family. Any messages from spirit? Yeah, let's tune into this. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just feeling like spirit saying to you, Jessica, that you are going through an emotional purge. Collectively, we all are as well. And I'm feeling a lot of support around you. I'm feeling a lot of spiritual support, angelic support surrounding you and your family as you move through this purge. And it absolutely is happening for you so that you can clear away the density and clear away all of the old emotions and thought programs and patterns and traumas, small t, big T, ancestrally through the bloodline, so that you can become more free on the other side. And through this process, I also pulled holy love, just that divine mother love. And I also pulled ask and receive. So spirit is just really strongly encouraging you to ask for their guidance, to ask for their support as you're moving through some of the heavier energies. It's really important that you know that you're not doing this alone. So we have the connection and the I am presence within us, meaning we're very powerful co-creators. And so spirit just wants to remind you of that connection that is inherently within you that you can tap into and really tune into your ability to call in support, to call in healing, to ask your guides and your angels, like if you're feeling too much, if it's too heavy, to slow it down a little bit. So it's really, you are kind of at the helm of how your awakening or your ascension process, like the speed of it, will go. And so they just want to remind you that they're right there with you, that you have so much support in the spiritual realm, and that on the other side of everything that you're releasing right now and from this emotional purge is so much lightness and freedom and connection and and yeah, just beauty, vibrancy on the other side. So yeah, yes, I feel the support. Let's see. I feel the support. My mom and I are definitely going through it. That mother wound has been coming up for me and her with my grandma. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's really such a beautiful time to be here, isn't it? It's like we chose to be on earth at this time for this awakening, and here it is. We're walking it. We're participating in it, whether we're consciously aware of it or not. So, yeah, beautiful work. And thank you for doing your healing. Thank you for showing up for your healing. Yeah, beautiful. But your guides want you to know that you're so loved. You're so supported, and you're not doing this alone. They're right there walking beside you, and that it's up to you to ask. We get to just consciously choose, you know, how and when and to what degree. And does that make sense to you? Does that resonate for you, Jessica Lynn, that they're just reminding you that it's not just happening to you, it's happening for you, but it's not just happening. It's like you are that powerful that you get to set your boundaries, set your energetic boundaries, set your intentions. You get to take it at your own pace. Yeah. It's like we go through kind of like a washing machine when we go through this awakening process, and we're just being refined. It's just like shining our crystal. Yes, it definitely resonates. Beautiful. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. And yeah. Okay. Hi, Richie. So nice to have you. So asking personal questions. If you have a question you want me to tune into spirit about, leave it in the comment section in all capitals. And I've just been inviting you to get a little bit specific with your questions so that I can be laser focused when I tune into spirit. And let's go to Ron. You saw that. Yes, I did. I want to thank you for acknowledging it. I haven't been able to even get that. So Ron says, I attempted suicide about 15 years back. I shouldn't have survived. Not only did I wasn't given a near-death experience. Can you see why I wasn't given one? Actually, I'm feeling like I'm going to pull from this deck. By the way, Ron, I'm so happy that you are here. I am so happy that you are still here. And thank you for sharing your vulnerability and authenticity. That's a very courageous thing. So thank you. Mm. Yeah, it's just feels very simply that it wasn't your time, Ron, to go because you had a bigger mission here. Um, I watched a really good movie last night with Tom Hanks called something Auto. Yeah, it wasn't your time. Spirit is just saying it wasn't your time. You had a bigger mission here than you realized. But this movie with Tom Hanks um, I encourage you to watch it if you haven't. It's called okay. So this is just reminding me so much because it wasn't his time, right? He kept trying to take his own life and it wasn't his time. And A Man Called Otto. Yes, goosebumps. Thank you. Thank you for that. I feel that like they're showing me that his experience is similar to yours in the sense that it wasn't your time, and in fact, that a near-death experience wasn't actually even necessary for you because you're you're so deeply connected, and I feel like you're even becoming more connected as we're going through this ascension and this awakening, and um, that everything that you maybe thought would be a near death experience to like connect you to source or how whatever you believe in, a higher power, you have the ability to do that in your day-to-day life, they're telling me. And so I pulled Pleiades, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. And you're saying here, I'd miss the experiences with my nephews. Yeah. Love them dearly. Yeah. And sometimes it's that, sometimes it's that. It's the soul contract that you have with other souls, even just with one other soul, that is that important enough for your soul and their soul and both of your journeys that you're still here, you know? I also pulled Listen Deeply. Yeah. Spirit is just wanting you to know that a near death experience is not necessary for all of us to connect with something greater than ourselves that we can see in the physical. And so I think they're just wanting you to really use that, strengthen that connection, strengthen that faith muscle, knowing that everything that you need to connect and to understand your greater purpose can and will and is being shown to you through, I'm not sure if it's, I want to say dreams, they're your dreams. And or through meditations. So do you meditate, Ron? I feel like that's a big piece for you. Yeah, just would have loved to bask in the endless love that's there. I love that you're saying that. Yeah. And the truth is that we can tap into that. We can tap into that frequency. And it feels like that's that frequency that you have tapped into because you know what it's like. And it feels like that's the frequency that you are here still in this physical vessel, in this body to emit. Yeah. Because it feels like you do have a bigger purpose here, that it was not your time. Yeah. Thank you, Jessica Lynn. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So just sending you so much love, Ron. And again, I am sincerely so happy that you are here. And thank you for showing up here and sharing about the aliens too. I love it. We can get really weird on this channel. It's all welcome here. Not that aliens are weird. It's probably actually pretty normal. Yeah. Thank you so much, Jessica Lynn. Yeah. All right. Well, let's take another couple questions. If you have something you'd like me to tune into, pop it in the chat in all caps. Yeah. I'm just happy to be here with you guys. Thank you for being here. Let's see. I would love to do what you do. I've always had feelings of knowing, like I just had with Jessica's question. I've asked my guides to help me develop them. Is there something I can do to help them grow? Thank you for asking that. I love that. And I absolutely see this for you, Ron. Like you are a light worker. Yes. Let's tap into that. That's my guides. Yeah, I feel like they're encouraging you to strengthen that connection with your guides. Yeah. I've asked my guides to help me develop them. Is there something I can do to help them grow? So specifically for you, Ron, I'm feeling like it's opening up that conversation even more. So sometimes when we sit in meditation with the intention of connecting to our guides to receive guidance, sometimes it's hard to receive the messages. Sometimes it's hard to connect. And I think that if we can set an intention, so like say in the morning, whatever your morning routine is like, if you sit and have a cup of coffee, or maybe you have your lemon water first, or whatever that looks like, to just grab your journal or grab a piece of paper and write down like good morning, guides. And it doesn't have to be in any specific way of talking to them. They just want you to be you, and they already know you, right? So if you can write down your intentions, like, hey, spirit guides, like, show me a sign today, for instance. Show me a sign. I would love to see, and don't limit it to a day. Show me a sign. I would love to see more angel numbers, or I would love to see a dragonfly today. Show me a dragonfly. You can start with that and do that for a couple days until you sort of start to really notice these signs being shown to you. And then I would take it a next step and I would say, what would you have me know today? Thank you for revealing to me. Thank you for showing me what I need to know. And once you write it down on the piece of paper, carry on with your day. Go for a walk, make your breakfast, commute to your work, whatever that looks like for you. Turn on some music in your car. Maybe if you're driving somewhere, do something that's sort of going to put you into a state of receptivity, where we're not sitting there waiting for the messages to come through, if that makes sense. Because sometimes that can create a little bit of resistance, because they're going to come through and the messages are going to come through almost when we're in that like really relaxed, open, receptive state, as opposed to when we're like really trying. So I hope that makes sense. I also pulled earth and grounding for you. So I feel like getting out in nature is really going to be important for you in just connecting in and maybe it's going through walks in nature that you're going to start to receive some clearer guidance from your spirit guides, Ron. I feel like nature's a really big one for you. And then Mother, Father, God. So I'm not sure what your connection is like to a higher power, but you obviously believe in spirit guides. But they're very much encouraging you to consciously connect with them with that intention of just connecting with them. Yeah, just connecting with them. And you can have like when you start to build that rapport with them, because it is like a give and take. It's like a relationship. I think sometimes people think that connecting with your guides is like, okay, guides, like I'm ready now. I've got my pen and paper now. Like, tell me what I need to know. But your guides want to build that relationship with you, right? Like it's like at the beginning of a friendship. How would you start to connect with that friend, and how would you start to interact with that friend, and you know what is that energy like? What is that energy exchange like when you first meet a new friend? It's so similar like that. So treat your guides like a friend that you've just met that you want to get to know more. Yeah. Beautiful. I'm so excited for you. I'm so happy for you. And Ron also says, thank you for the answer. I actually feel better now. I think I can move past not getting the NDE. That just makes my whole day. Thank you for sharing that. And thank you for your vulnerability and sharing your story. And I encourage everybody, if you haven't seen A Man Called Otto, it's really a special movie. It's so good. There's a book too. Apparently the book is quite good. Okay. Let's see. Debbie says, I'm in need of a vehicle. Do you see me getting one in the near future? Okay. Yeah, Debbie, I feel like you are going to get your car in the near future. Like the first, word that I heard was yes. And I also feel like there's some energy around maybe it's like old belief systems or sort of like ways of thinking about finances, possibly, that your guides are encouraging you to just clean up a little bit. So a really beautiful practice that I love to do in the mornings when I wake up is I'll write down, one or two things that I'm wanting to clear, that I'm wanting to release for the day. And then I will maybe put on some binaural beats. I'll put in my headphones and I will picture myself in like a golden bubble of light. So just like protected all the way around. I'll call in my angels and guides for protection, and I will just ask them to clear and reorganize and rearrange the thought patterns and the programs that are not in alignment with what it is that I want to call in. So you can also use the Ho'oponopono prayer. It's a beautiful practice for clearing. And then also just asking your spirit guides, asking your higher self to reorganize your thoughts. And then throughout the day, if you have a thought of lack or a thought of, that's not possible for me to manifest this or that or the car or whatever that may be, to be the non-judgmental observer, to witness the thought with love and compassion, not making yourself wrong. And then I would invite in that willingness. I'm willing to see this differently. I'm willing to see this problem or situation in my life through the eyes of love. I'm willing to see this differently. And then allow things to shift and reorganize and rearrange. But I do feel like there's a little bit of like spirits just encouraging you. This is a really beautiful growth opportunity for you to remember how powerfully co-creative you are. We all are, as humans or as spirits, as energy, as eternal spirits in a human physical body. So it feels like that's that beautiful reminder of, yes, you can manifest anything you want. And I believe the timeline of that will depend on how willing you are to release the thoughts that are misaligned. I hope that makes sense. Yeah. Because abundance is our birthright. Abundance is our birthright. We came here to experience the desires that are on our heart. That's our true soul guidance, right? If it's on your heart and it's in alignment and it's like really, in alignment with soul, yeah, possible. Absolutely. Okay. Jay Kerr, can you please comment on accessing the Akashic records versus our spirit guides for guidance? How is the info guidance similar or different? Yeah, beautiful. So the Akashic records and entering into the Akashic records, good morning, KK, is really, and similar. So I guess where they're similar is the Akashic records and tuning into our spirit guides is really simply a shift in our perception. It's a shift in perception. So the way that I like to access my Akashic records is using the pathway prayer process. And there's many, many different ways to access the Akashic records through different prayers and setting intentions, and sometimes just going into a meditation with the intention of opening the records. Opening the records is not going to look like necessarily a library for all of us. In fact, I think it's only like 10% of people that are visual, and then again, another small percentage of us that are audible. Most of us feel sensations, or we have a feeling sense about something. And so I think that's the other part that kind of trips people up sometimes, is that we think that it's going to be this like all of a sudden you see all these visions and, or you hear it so clearly. And sometimes you do. And I think if we are expecting that that's the way that it has to look like, then we're going to find ourselves a little bit disappointed. So the Akashic records is sort of a bridge, if you will, between this earthly realm and the heavens. And the Akashic records is a archive, if you want to call it that, an energetic archive of all of your human experiences on Earth. So, like I know some of us feel like we have come from different planets or different star systems and all of that. And I so believe in that. I have a really deep connection to Sirius. But the Akashic records is specifically, the way I've learned it and the way I've been taught, this our soul's experience on earth. So connecting with your guides are around you all of the time. Your guides are always by your side, wanting to connect with you, wanting to move you in certain directions, wanting to guide you along your path. And it's and we hear it often. Our spirit guides, will hear them in our own voices through our own thoughts. So the thoughts that we have a lot of the times are our spirit guides. So with my guides, I love to set the intention, like I say, to connect or to ask a question in the morning, and I'll just put it out there, and then I'll leave it. And then I'll leave it, and I'll have a knowing that the guidance is going to come through at the perfect right time. And sometimes it comes through a conversation that I have with someone. Sometimes it comes through just an inner knowing. Sometimes I do hear a little an audible message. A lot of the times I hear an audible message. But your guides are more on this wavelength and this frequency, whereas accessing the Akashic records, personally, I find that I have to raise my frequency up to receive them. So before I tune into the records, I'll often do like a meditation where I bring the light in and I clear through my channel. Yeah, so they're sort of different vibrational frequencies that we get to shift our perception to tune into. The Akashic records are hosted, I want to say hosted by our masters and teachers and the lords of the records, and our loved ones. So our spirit guides are not giving us information from the Akashic records. Spirit guide information is probably sometimes more tangible, whereas messages from the Akashic records is more of like a high level overview, if that makes sense. It's more of a it's more guidance from, if you want to look at it like there's like a stage, and when the house lights are on and you can sort of see the whole picture, like from back here, I can see the whole picture, the whole stage, the whole house. That's what your Akashic records messages are like. Whereas your spirit guides messages or mediumship, for instance, would be the spotlight. It would be able to like tune into like one specific one specific area, one specific question, and sort of give you that sort of guidance. Whereas your Akashic records is more like soul curriculum. And another thing too about the records, like we can't tap into just because we're curious. We're going to receive messages from the Akashic records that are relative to what we're experiencing right now. So if the messages from the records is going to be helpful with our current situation, then we'll receive that information. But we can't, as far as I know, it's not really that easy to just go into the records and go, tell me about a past life. They're not going to give you that. So there you go. I hope that was helpful. A little bit of a tangent. It's a big topic though. There's a lot to go into on that. Thank you for that question. Okay. Yeah, you're so welcome, Jay Kerr. Thank you for that question. Beautiful. Okay. Ron says, this reality is also a form of energy. It's all an illusion set up to experience this level of reality. We were made to forget our home across the veil so we can find our way back while here. Thank you for that. Yeah, thank you for that. We are to grow as a species and bring heaven to the earth. Yeah. Oh, that makes me want to weep. That makes me want to weep. So beautiful, so healing. And thank you for that. You just completely uplifted me today. So I really, really appreciate that. And I'd like to end on that note. Yeah, really beautiful. Thank you guys so much for being here. We're going to do more of these lives, so make sure you hit the like and subscribe button and the notification bell so that you know when we're going live. Yes, and good luck, Jessica. We'll be thinking about you and sending you all of that positive energy. I hope you have a beautiful week, and we'll see you next time.